Good evening, somewhat late night, Cappy. Banging out the work, so my Monday is not that bad. I can finish my seminar. We have a very kind thank you letter, and we'll just keep them anonymous. Just want to say thank you for saving my life. I'm 55 years old, and a year ago I was at the end. I wanted to off myself. I discovered the red pill content in your channel, and it made me realize I was not alone. Yes. Snatched one out of the jaws of communism and feminism. I discovered red pill content in your channel. My head was spinning in all different directions, and you guys settled me down and helped me understand that none of these things that were happening to me was not my fault. I'm a two-time widower. Okay, that's not your fault. I think you maybe mistyped. And I've been married a total of 6 times. Okay. Something's wrong with... No, you had... I think after 2, you should have just called it quits. Never had trouble getting beautiful women. I have a bunch of daughters that I provided for and never wanted anything. Cars, college paid for, even houses. Yeah, if you spoil people rotten, they will not appreciate you. I always thought I was a decent and good person. However, the crap that I went through, I thought was just bad luck. The amount of stories I have of things that women did to me is unbelievable. Every dirty trick, fair and unfair, was used against me in life and the courts by women. A man gets no points for being a badass provider. It is always, what have you done for me today? I tried again and again looking for the woman to grow old with. I never understood female nature. I bought what society sold me, hook, line, and sinker. I was 28 years older than my last wife. I got tired of having kids since I already gave her 2. I secretly had a vasectomy. Uh-oh. On my birthday, my freaking birthday, she told me she was expecting. After confirming that I was sterile, I divorced her. I did a DNA testing on all my kids, including the grown ones from previous marriages, found out 2 of them were not even mine. So multiple exes have committed paternity fraud against me. I'm paying child support for kids that are not mine. My latest baby mom is getting child support from myself and another guy who is the father of my birthday present. The law, society, and especially other men do not look out for men in this world. None of my friends gave me a heads up on anything. This is... And you weren't. Now, thank God for the internet, and thank God for all these books and red pill guys and channels like Rollo Tomasi's, Rich Cooper, and who else is out there? Terrence Pop, Better Bachelor, the Hanyakers over at Masculine, though they're not terribly political or anything like that. But it's out. Now it's out. Now do you want to help out other young men as well? And if you're that old, yeah, you were still back in the analog days. There was no way to know this. Which is sad. Not one of my friends gave me a heads up on anything. There are several things men are talking about, which are money and female nature. The worst things I find inexcusable are other men who know better but withhold power of information that could change your life, but they keep it in. My best friend, who we shared birthday parties, dinners, holidays, knew what was going on with my ex and never said a word. Yeah, you got to look out for number 1. Not one word. He and his wife knew she was bringing strange men into my home with my little kids present. They knew, yet I was never given the opportunity to change things. I had my nose to the grindstone, being the good lapdog provider and working like a slave. I understand that people would say it's not their job. However, people you are closest to and bond with do have a responsibility of being a human being. Otherwise, what is the definition of a friend? Well, telling people things I don't like to hear is hard. And you might want to read the segment on how not to become a millennial, where I talk about the mother who wanted to get her daughter to stop, to live on her own. I said, well, why don't you cut her off? Oh, no, I can't do that. She's my baby. I'm like, well, okay, fine. And I just left it at that because she doesn't love her daughter. To have that inconvenient conversation with her daughter and tell her no and suffer a slight inconvenience and the backlash, that was more intimidating to her than the love for her daughter. Most people don't like you, period. So going forward, if you can't tell me the truth, then you are not my friend. I was going to off myself. I couldn't take it anymore. Man, I was not a 3-time loser, but a 6-time loser with women that I married, even though 2 of them passed away, one from cancer, the other from a car accident. Well, those 2, bad luck, horrible bad luck. Also, I'm not counting the useless women that I dated that I rejected to be marriage material. The red pill channel saved my life. I realized I had agency and freedom over my own life. I said, F it. And from that day forward, I started to do things that made me happy. I quit my job and got a lower paying one. It sounds like a good old, what's his name? Lester Burnham from American Beauty. I'm not a rich person. I just work extremely hard. Luckily, I live in a no state income tax, so there's no lifetime alimony. and they take a percentage of your salary for child support. So my child support was adjusted down. The exes howled like wolves, whose meal was not enough for the pack. I have been a prisoner for society for too many years. I have no guilt on living my life now since the fraud of lying women in the court system is stacked against men. I have no problems doing what I want. Yeah. I'm a class of 2006 vasectomy, 2007. I saw the writing on the wall. I'm a good economist. I can figure things out. Isn't that crazy? I felt guilty for living life the way I wanted because women would hold it over me if I didn't provide first for them and the kids. Well, if you had their kids, which under the assumption you did, but in essence, two of them, you did not have their kids. Yeah, I mean, you got to live for the kids, but the fraud not only in paternity, but the fraud of being with someone that was using me for their own gain and preventing me from meeting a person or just wasting time. I don't care about the money, but time is a currency I can't get back. Yes, that is true. Now that I've been woken up and escaped this prison of being a blue pill monkey simp, I tell everyone about red pill content. Don't become the born again Christian spreading the word. Okay, just wait for them to be. Just wait. I've gotten more advice. Everything you guys talk about is spot on God's truth. You guys are my brothers. I've got more advice and reassurance from your channel, others like it, and my own family, father, friends who are brainwashed. I lost all my friends and family who are slaves to society. I'm wondering if they really were your friends. Fast forward a year later, and I am more happier than ever before. Good. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm doing things I want to do. I'm no longer medicated for depression. I no longer pine over I could have been a millionaire 7 times over by how much money I lost with my exes. Money can't buy happiness, and it certainly can't make a woman happy. I'll tell you another thing about money. For people who get it unfairly, they will squander it. You could give, someone $10 million. If they didn't earn it, they'll squander it, and they won't have it by the end of the time. So it's all gone away. In closing, what I wanted to say is time is something you can't get back, and to stay on your purpose of what God put you on this earth for. You capitalize God, so I'd like to, I really like to think that, well, I know you believe in God because you put capital G for God. I'd like to think there'd be a big guy out there looking out for me, but I wish I could be as optimistic. I'm just a byproduct of my circumstances and just having enough and giving a finger to all the world. Never give up. Believe in yourself. My soul is free. Thanks again for saving my life. You have no idea how close I came. Sincerely, and we'll keep you anonymous. And I asked him for permission to read that. And he says, yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad it's not only that we prevented you from committing suicide, but that you went on and have a happy life. You're going to make the last, 20 years, 25 years of your life, whatever your life expectancy is, you're going to make it count. I think what's another great thing is you told those gals off. Like you just did watch American Beauty. If you hadn't, you pulled the Lester Burnham. It's great. And you always have that pride. There's been a handful of times where I faced down bad people. You'll never, even though it cost me a job, I had to quit, among other things. But you'll never regret it. You'll be very proud of yourself. And I hope the rest of your life is great. I hope it is. That's awesome. So there you guys go. Anything else? No, that's it. No super chats. Maybe we should go through the super chats on this one, and regular chats. Here's a good. Red pill saves lives. I wish I was fucking blue pill. I could just be happy 24/7 while watching Rick and Morty, all stoned on my fucking mind after bisexual orgies. Mike Hammock, the red pill definitely helps men. It helps women too if they want to listen to it. I mean, the red pill is not, men don't have a monopoly on it. It's just that men usually seek out the truth. Women want to be lied to. And yes, that is a generalization. I know there's both camps and both parties. But at any point, women could take the red pill. At any point, feminists could tell women to start hitting the gym like red pill men tell their men, like, you got to hit the gym and get in shape and make money. When I see the feminist equivalent of that, I'll believe that we're a little bit more red pill. Waiting for the day when I don't have a robe. I did the honorary Gen X member thing. I had a hat, Pope hat, and some dank jewelry. There you go. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.